What toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? My family has this sick tradition where we test every potential spouse by secretly trying to seduce them before the wedding. If they cheat, the engagement gets called off. If they stay loyal, they pass the family test. My grandmother started it after her first husband cheated. My mother did it to my dad. My aunt did it to her husband. They all passed, supposedly proving they were worthy. When I got engaged to Tessa, I knew what was coming. I begged my family to skip the tradition this time. She's different, I said. I trust her completely. My mother just smiled. That's what makes the test so important. 3 months before our wedding, my cousin Travis, the family's designated tempter, started showing up wherever Tessa worked. Coffee shop visits, gym sessions, even at her book club. I watched him work his charm, hating every second. Tessa would come home telling me about this sweet guy who kept asking her out. I told him I'm engaged, she'd laugh, but he's persistent. Travis was good at this. Too good. He'd memorized her schedule, her favorite coffee order, even knew she was reading Pride and Prejudice for book club. My family had done their homework. The worst part? I was feeding them information without realizing it. Tessa's working late tonight, I'd mention at family dinner. She's got that spinning class on Thursdays. Every casual comment became ammunition for their psychological warfare. Travis started leaving little gifts at her workplace. Nothing romantic, just friendly gestures. A book she'd mentioned wanting, her favorite pastry when she had a bad day. Tessa thought it was sweet that someone was being so thoughtful. He's like the brother I never had, she told me one night. I wanted to vomit. The breaking point came when Travis invited Tessa to dinner, claiming it was a group thing that fell through. She agreed to go as friends. I followed them to the restaurant. Through the window, I watched him lean in close, touch her hand, whisper in her ear. My heart was pounding so hard I thought it might explode. Tessa pulled back, stood up, and walked out. She passed the test. That night, I told Tessa everything. The tradition, Travis, the whole sick game my family played. Her face went pale. Your family has been manipulating me for months? I nodded, ashamed. And you let them? I thought if you passed, they'd finally accept you, I said weakly. You thought if I passed their twisted psychological torture, I'd be worthy of your family's approval? Her voice was ice cold. What if I had failed? What if I was lonely one night and made a mistake? Would you have thrown away 3 years together based on their sick experiment? I couldn't answer because I honestly didn't know. Your cousin has been stalking me for months. He knew my schedule better than you do. He showed up at my gym, my work, places I should have felt safe. Tears started flowing. And you knew. You watched him hunt me like prey and said nothing. Tessa, please. No. You chose them over me. You chose their approval over protecting the woman you claim to love. You were supposed to be my safe space, and instead you were an accomplice to their mind games. She started pacing, getting angrier. Do you know what he said to me tonight? He said he'd been watching me for months, learning everything about me because he was falling in love. He made it sound romantic, not like some twisted family assignment. I can fix this. How? By telling me it was all a lie? That the person I thought was becoming a genuine friend was actually paid by your family to manipulate me? That every kind gesture, every thoughtful conversation was scripted? The wedding was called off the next day. Not because Tessa failed some twisted test, but because I did. My family was furious. She would have been perfect, my mother said. She's the one who walked away from our family. Good, I said, because I'm walking away too. You're making the biggest mistake of your life, my father warned. Family is everything. Without us, you have nothing. I had everything, I said, and you made me destroy it. That was the last time I spoke to any of them. I moved across the country, started therapy, learned what healthy relationships actually look like. Turns out they don't involve psychological manipulation disguised as tradition. 5 years later, Tessa's married to someone whose family actually trusts her. I see her posts sometimes. She looks genuinely happy. Her husband's family welcomed her immediately. No tests required. The tradition is broken, and I lost everything that mattered. But maybe that was the only way to save my soul from becoming like them.